finding yourself. It isn't about discovering someone new. It's remembering someone you've always been, right? If you have spent years putting everyone else first, and lately you have found yourself wondering where you went, this video is for you. I'm Michele, and I help women in midlife come back to themselves through small, steady steps that rebuild self-trust. And today I want to talk about what it really means to find yourself again after years of caring for everyone else. Maybe you've spent years being who everyone needed you to be: the dependable one, the caregiver, the planner, the problem solver, the maid, the housekeeper, the cook, the one who remembered all the appointments, packed the lunches, right? Kept everything moving and made sure everyone else in your world was okay. But somewhere along the way, you stopped asking yourself the same questions that you ask everyone else. What do I need? What do I enjoy? What would feel supportive to me right now? And over time, it can start to feel like you've disappeared inside of all the roles that you've been carrying. Like everyone else knows who you are, but you aren't even really sure anymore. And when that happens, it's natural to start searching for answers, searching for a purpose, searching for the woman you used to be. Last year, I had the opportunity to attend my college reunions with friends that I've known for decades. I remember realizing how different that experience felt compared to other seasons of my life. And not because everything was all of a sudden perfect. It was because I felt more like myself, more present, more comfortable, and more connected. And it reminded me of something so important: that coming back to yourself, it rarely happens in one big giant. It happens over hundreds of tiny ones, small pauses, small promises, small moments where you include you again. We often talk about finding ourselves as though we're hit, like we're somewhere waiting to be discovered, like the real version of us got lost somewhere along the way. But I don't think that's what we really need. I don't think that you've disappeared. I don't think you're lost. I think you've spent so much time caring for everyone else that your connection with you became quiet. And when that happens, it can feel like you've lost yourself. But feeling disconnected and being lost, they're not really the same thing. Have you ever thought about how a pearl is formed? It doesn't begin as something beautiful. It begins with something unexpected, something uncomfortable. And over time, layer by layer, something valuable is created through irritation, right? I think our lives can be a little like that. The years that you have spent loving, cherishing, taking care of others, raising your children, navigating all of the challenges, carrying the weight of the world's responsibilities, experiencing disappointment, celebrating victories, grieving losses. None of those things erased who you are. They shaped you layer by layer. So maybe finding yourself again isn't about going back to who you were 20 years ago. Maybe it's about reconnecting with who you are now, the wisdom you've gained, strength you've built, the compassion you've developed, the resilience that you've earned. You're not who you were 20 years ago, and you're not supposed to be, because you are becoming. And the beautiful thing is that you can continue becoming while staying connected to yourself. Finding yourself again isn't about discovering someone new. It's about remembering the woman you've been becoming all along, through all the layers, through all the years. If this conversation is familiar to you, I share gentle reminders and simple ways to reconnect with yourself each week in my newsletter. It's the Simple Strides Snapshot. It's a weekly pause, and it helps you come back to yourself without a lot of pressure to change or to keep up. I'll leave the link below if you'd like to join us. And today, I'm going to offer you a simple stride, and it's just like it's called. It's very simple. That's so important. Write a short note to your future self. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. Maybe I'm still here and I figured this out, or I did this for me today, or we're getting there. Small count. And you don't need a grand plan. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just leave a reminder for the version of you who's learning to come back to herself. Over the last few videos, we've talked about what happens when you stop including yourself, when you stop hearing yourself, when you begin to feel disconnected, when you start believing you've lost yourself, and how reconnection happens through small, steady moments of self-trust. If there's one thing that I hope that you take away from this entire series, it's this: You do not need to become someone new. You do not need to reinvent your life, and you don't need to start over. You simply need opportunities to reconnect with the person that you've always been and the one that you're becoming, one small stride at a time. If you've been with me through this series, thank you for spending the time with me. And if you're continuing your own journey of coming back to yourself, I'd love for you to subscribe so you can catch the next best video for you. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's a good chance it's about to recommend another video from this channel that can support you right where you are. So keep going, keep reconnecting, and I'll see you next week.